Hi, Jordan.
Hi, Win.
You
How are you?
good?
Good, good. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I thought I joined the link, but it's been a long time that I used the Zoom, and I was like,
Ah, no, you're so used to using StreamYard. No, for one of my projects, I use StreamYard, and my goodness, the integration of StreamYard, and I'll leave this in because I feel like it's better. The integration of StreamYard is so much nicer than Zoom.
Yeah. I wanted to. I wonder if they are integrating the Streamyard to the calendar so that when someone book a call, book an interview, it will automatically make the meeting and making meeting links and all of that. I don't think they have that yet. So,
That's what
eh,
I'm wondering too. That's what I'm wondering too, because Zoom Zoom can go walking out the door in all my Zooms, Zoom can go walking out the door. I don't care. But for one of my projects I use StreamYard, and I got lucky enough to use the pro version, and my goodness, StreamYard is one simple click. It's you let the guest in, you go, and then you don't have to. You can walk away, basically.
yes.
I mean,
um some of it it's like you could go live on different platforms.
yeah,
That's what I like about it,
uh,
and you could be more, do more, and just
I um I actually do. So welcome to Ask Gwen, everyone. Today with me I have Jordan. Jordan is a YouTube slash streaming expert, and I'm going to leave the point in where he and I were chatting because this has something to do with what he does, mind you, part time. He also has a full time job, so he's a man of many hats. So I was lucky enough to be on his show slash podcast. He turns it into a podcast. So I'm going to let Jordan take it away and explain more about what it is.
okay guys. So it's not rocket science. It's no, have a family of five, and I have three kids. So what I do on a daily basis is like I have, wake up, do podcasts, and stream make it live so that it could be goes to different type of platforms, and my live could be more effective that way, because I don't have to do anything. It could just be live everywhere, and after that I go to work, and what I wanted to and then after I get home, I spend time with the family, and after that I go and upload whatever it is and do a little bit more work and prepare for tomorrow. So those are my daily things that I've been doing. You know I wanted to do the discipline first, which is to put myself out there, just like Wins is doing, and when Charles is doing, and she's been doing it for a very long time. And I want that kind of discipline. I mean, I can definitely do it. So for me, it was very hard for me to like do that discipline at first, but it takes time, and so yeah, that's pretty much what I do on a daily
Yeah.
basis. I do podcasting on a daily basis, and get the discipline for structure, the foundation, and then strategy will come next. That's
And and of course strategy will come next. And if you're consistent at it like you and I are, um, we can grow a following with what we say. And it helps when people share the content. Like whenever I see you in particular online with whoever you're with, I go share button. So then it lands up on my Facebook profile. So then you have wider reach just because of one tap of the share button.
That's very interesting. I saw that you did there, and again, at first I was like, "What is she doing?" I was like, "Okay, yeah, she's such a go giver that she actually sharing." And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna have to do a lot of those things that she's doing because she's
Yeah,
been at this game
no,
for longer than I am." And
no, yeah. It just takes one simple um, tap of a share button to make it all work.
hmm
And here you are doing this on the side and also have a full time job. But that's why I'm saying to people, if you like the episode, please share it out. If you like what you see on StreamYard, please share it out. It doesn't have to be with me, it can be with any content creator. That that is because these content creators, these newbie content creators, like the wider audience. So if the old ones, like me, help the new ones, it's a symbiotic relationship.
man, that's fantastic. And again, you are helping me out, Charles, and I don't know, I
Yeah,
appreciate you. And Charles, it's so fascinating to me how you're doing this on a daily basis. It's just remarkable that you came a long way, especially when you came to my podcast and you told me you've been doing this for over 10 years. And I was
I
like,
have. I
wow.
have. It's the consistency end of it. And now, you guys, I am pleased to announce that Asked Win has its own YouTube channel, formerly known as Win's Women of Wisdom, because you guys seem to like me on audio, video. You guys seem to gravitate towards me. It's like, hello, what did I do? I am just a motivational speaker with cerebral palsy. You guys seem to love cerebral palsy. So there is another aspect to the Ask When podcast. And I am considering getting the pro version of StreamYard because for one of my projects, and Jordan uses StreamYard, by the way, on his podcast. And for one of my projects, I am lucky enough to use the pro version of StreamYard. And not to say that I don't love Zoom, but Zoom is getting wonkier and wonkier and wonkier the more people that use it, and Google Meets is getting wonkier and wonkier and wonkier because the more people that use all these platforms because of the times we're sitting in, obviously. Um, as we record this, we're still going through a one world pandemic, which equals social distancing and all that good stuff. But I think that StreamYard is the best one out there yet because it's so seamless.
It is in, it's so simple. You just click it and then you'll be like, and you choose a destination and it goes to everywhere. It even goes to LinkedIn if you file the application. YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook page, Facebook
Yeah,
profile, and it stays there when you like live this to the using Streamline to YouTube. It stays there. It stays there forever. So you always have content, and you're doing one thing, but it's everywhere. It's much more effective,
yeah,
efficient.
it's much more effective and efficient due to the algorithms that I'm using. I'm so used to audio, but um, all in all, you can go back and watch live. You can go back and watch a StreamYard. You can go back, and I'm coming to find out that YouTube has an easier search algorithms than podcast ever did. So I I think with combination of video and audio and meeting people where they're at. The only reason why I stopped audio, you guys, is because I had a small problem, which is not small anymore. Um, I my problem was I had a fan tell me that she couldn't keep the laptop open to watch my show at the time, Wins the Women of Wisdom on YouTube. And I thought, okay, now I need to go the podcasting. Well, first I built the podcasting. Well, now I'm back into the video land because you guys love that human interaction. And of course, this one will be going up on the YouTube channel as well. And so you guys love the human interaction, and with StreamYard, not with Zoom, with StreamYard, people can actually comment publicly on YouTube and on LinkedIn and on every which way. So people in real time could interact with you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And every time they comment, also, it's, you could see it on real time. That's why when it's liking the StreamYard is because, hey, it's interaction on a daily basis. They could just comment and she could see it, and then she could talk to you one on one,
Yeah.
and
So yes, I'm considering walking away from Zoom completely just because Zoom is getting wonkier and wonkier just because so many classes are using it, so many people in general are using it. And so now, as a professional podcaster, I need the higher quality streaming.
yep. And you could download it off video and audio. And we don't want to talk about StreamYard all the time because it's pretty much, it's really good. Let me tell you, it's really good because you could go live everywhere. That alone gives you, if you do one video and it's gonna go in 5 different platforms, that's no brainer.
Yeah, that's
It's,
no,
it's,
it
yeah.
doesn't take a rocket science to figure that one out. You guys, it doesn't, or maybe it does. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that one out. Well, as we wrap this interview up, because I know you have to scoop and go to Mr. Day Job, I know that. And so as we wrap this interview up, do you have any questions for me?
Well, when you're so consistent on a daily basis, what motivates you to, do this every time, like podcasting and live? What motivates you? What's pushing you?
What is pushing me right now is I need to get my story out there and I need to help other people relate to my struggles, or they might relate to someone else's struggles. Today was more of a technology episode, but for those of you who did not know about StreamYard and here you are sitting on Zoom, you might relate to using StreamYard. And so what motivates me is not only my inner circle, but my fan base. My fan base motivates me to do what I need to do to in turn help them. I mean, I was given the attitude of let's do this, the attitude of winning,
Mm-hmm.
and back in '87. So the attitude of winning has always been was given to me by on June 22nd, 1987, when I got diagnosed with cerebral palsy. So the attitude of let's do this, let's fix the problem, let's win, no pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's my MO. My MO is, and This is my on camera personality, my off camera personality. I mean, you caught today, you catching me full French dress, but people have been known to catch me in my PJs, and they don't, it's, I mean, when you and I did the interview, yes, I was in my PJs because at the time. So, um, it's like they don't care. As long as I show up, as long as we all show up, they don't care. They
Mm,
don't care whether we're in our PJs or not.
yeah, it's you made a good point that you could be anywhere and wear anything and still be able to be showing up to the people that you want to talk to and that you want to inspire. So there's no excuse for anyone. It's just it's just you. If you want to do what Win and I are doing, you could definitely do it, and
Yeah.
nobody's stopping you besides yourself. And if we want to go deep inside this, it's if there's something else, it's other people's opinion. And other people's opinion will stop you. But if you want to hang out with people who's doing it, hey, just keep listening to Win
And
Charles.
there's several mentors out there that can help you. And
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
have my mentors that help me. And I was lucky enough to meet one of my mentors in person back in March before COVID hit. And I did a fangirl moment. He knows it. And I'm like, yeah, that was pretty cool to meet one of my mentors in person. And I actually got to meet a couple of them in person. And it's like, okay, you're real human. You're real human. No,
Right.
um, because these two individuals, all they do, Harry Durant and Andy Long of Inspired Money, that's a good financial podcast for you guys. If you guys want that one, um, all they do is audio. So I'm used to listening to their voices on audio. So when I got to meet them, I did a fangirl moment with Andy too. And it's like, okay, you will, Hillman. I actually got to hug you, and he listened to mine, and it's all great. So when you get to meet real content creators, and I actually got to see Robert Blake, who's a ultra famous YouTube star speak at Podcast Movement. And I'm like, okay, you're real human. Now I can put a face to the name. So it's just about consistency, you guys. Do it. Get get up, do it, and then go about your day. And then you you can come back and do some more. And so where can people find you, and where can people get a hold of you if they want to do a show with you?
Absolutely. So right now we wanted to do daily podcasting, and that's pretty much where I'm headed. I wanna, structure my day where I'm gonna do podcast first in the morning and just win my day that way. So that get my content out, get my content from that podcast. So if you want to find me and book a call with me or an interview, if you have something good to say, if you have a business, or also because my audience are just like Win, these entrepreneurs who try to better themselves and try to win.
Yeah.
So just find me on jonathanalcaide.com. And
JonathanLK.com. Yeah.
yes.
But I need to pre-warn you guys. Jonathan is doing this at 5:30 a.m. 6:30 my time. And so yes, that's why you saw me in my PJs at on Jonathan's interview. But Jonathan is a fabulous interviewer. If you see me sharing his stuff, click on it, and he he's doing this daily. So, as he said, he has, that's the only time spot he has opened. So, take it or leave it, people. I hate to be that
there's
blunt.
there's a reason why it's 5:30 a.m. guys. I have three
Yeah,
kids, and
yeah,
if we don't want to get interrupted, and I want to talk to you and one on one. I want to focus on you and making sure you get your message out. So
yeah. No, no interruptions. No
yeah.
interruptions. So I just pre-warn you people that if you want to have an interview with Jonathan, you're going to have to put your game face on early, and then that's perfectly fine. But just pre-warning you people because I know you've said that in podcasting groups that 5:30 a.m. is all I have. So it's like and people get wonky and people go to me, is 6:30 the only time? And I'm like, for international purposes, yes, and for extremely special cases, yes. And so you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, just like Win said, you got to do what you got to do. No excuses. If you want to be on someone's podcast, you want to be interviewed, you have good message to say, hey, when Charles actually came to my show in her pajamas, is because hey, it's 6:30 in the morning, but she makes no excuses. That's what's so great about her.
No,
You guys, that no, just
and
that's
of
an
course,
attitude you could get from her. It's no excuses. We gotta win and gotta get up early.
well, thank you. And of course, people don't care how I look. They just want me. They just want me, and they just want my advice. And so I appreciate it, Jonathan, and I appreciate you guys paying attention to the podcast. If you go over to win, if you go over to askwin.tv. I'll be sharing that all over the place today. And if you go over to that, just remember to hit like and subscribe button and the bell for notifications, you guys. So yeah, we're doing video now. How exciting is
Ooh,
that?
how
And
exciting!
of course, there will still be a podcast. Don't worry. For those of you that don't like video, there's still a podcast. But I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate you, Jordan, and all the work that you're doing. And as I said, if you see any content creators work, just hit that share button, and that will make the day. And so I appreciate it, you guys, and thank you.
Well, thank you, Charles.